Welcome, welcome back, everybody, to day 4. I can't believe it's here. And can I just say how proud I am of all of you? 4 days of showing up for yourself. Oh my gosh. I mean, 4 days of choosing your nervous system over the chaos. 4 days of remembering your power. Oh, you're really doing it, beautiful humans. I'm just thrilled. So today we're practicing coherence breathing, and this one is all about your heart. This technique comes from the Heart Math Institute's research, and it's specifically designed to improve your heart rate variability and bring you into real emotional regulation. You know those days when you feel like really emotionally overwhelmed, when everything feels a little bit too much and you can't quite like find your center? When your emotions are running you instead of being with your emotions. This is a practice that brings you back home to your heart. This is why breathwork is so important because it's the one thing that puts you back in control of your own nervous system, your own emotional state, your own sense of real safety and groundedness. And for most of your life, you've been at the mercy of your body's autonomic responses. The anxiety that shows up completely uninvited, or the overwhelm that takes you over without any warning, the stress that just won't let you get any rest. You've been told to just calm down or just to relax, to not let it bother you, as if you had any control over it. But here is the truth. You do have control. You've just never been taught how to access it. Your breath is that access. It's your remote control to your nervous system. The switch that turns off the lights and turns on the lights and has the ability to really switch off your fight or flight and turns on your rest and digest. And when you learn to breathe intentionally, you're not just managing your anxiety in the moment, although we can all agree that that alone is very, very powerful. You're literally rewiring your nervous system over time to default to regulation, as opposed to default to dysregulation. So you're teaching your body that it's safe to be calm, that it's safe to relax, and that it's safe to trust yourself. And from that really regulated place, everything that you've been trying to create in your life, the boundaries, the confidence, the clarity, the peace finally becomes possible. A simple breathing technique of 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. Perfect balance, pure coherence, your heart and your breath moving together in a beautiful rhythm. This is one of my personal faves to do while I'm driving because there are no holds. It's just in and out. And because it's so simple, yet so profound. 6 breaths per minute is what it comes out to. That's it. And it's that simple. And in that simplicity, everything shifts. So place your hand on your heart and really just feel yourself here. Like feel your presence, be present, feel the power, and let's get ready. Let's breathe into coherence together. So let's just check, take a quick pause. How many breaths per minute are you breathing at rest? So go ahead and take your phone out and just time it. Just start your timer and count how many breaths you breathe per minute. You can go ahead and pause and then come back. So did you notice, is your breathing balanced and smooth? Or is it stuttering, erratic, maybe shallow? The rhythm of your breath is a direct reflection of the rhythm of your internal functioning. So I remember the first time that I did this, I was all over the place, totally erratic, completely over breathing. I clocked like 11 or 12 breaths per minute. which I have done it with people who clock like 15 breaths per minute. So no judgment. Different breathing patterns offer different breathing effects, and there are three possible ratios that you can do. So number one is when your inhale is longer than your exhale. When you're an inhale that's longer than your exhale leads to overbreathing and hyperventilation. So this obviously has effect on your nervous system. The second way is where you inhale and you exhale at equal lengths, which is what we're going to practice today. So this has been shown to increase your heart coherence compared to other rhythms and ratios. So this is a state of perfect performance and good health. Physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, that brings out the very best in us. The third way, which is what we practiced yesterday, is where your exhale is longer than your inhale. So when your exhale is longer than your inhale, your parasympathetic nervous system kicks in. Your rest and relax response is activated. Okay, so what's the ideal respiratory rate and ratio? According to the Yoga Sutras, the ideal way to breathe is when your exhale is when your inhale to exhale ratio is double. So when you inhale, let's say for 2, your exhale is for 4. So your exhale always doubles your inhale. So that's anything like a 1 to 2, right? Inhale for 1 count, exhale for 2, or inhale for 2 counts, exhale for 4, or inhale for 4, exhale for 8. That's actually my favorite. That's usually what I stick with, what I've worked up to. That's really comfortable. Um, or, when you get really, really practiced, it could be an inhale for 8, exhale for 12, 12 to 16, and so on. So the more you practice, the more you exercise your lungs and regulate your nervous system to be able to take longer, slower inhales and even longer, slower exhales. So if you can bring your normal day-to-day respiratory rate down to 6 to 10 breaths per minute or even less, you are absolutely crushing it. Like that is a gold standard. And so don't be surprised if you were like not anywhere near that. 6 to 10 is an extremely healthy breathing rate. 10 to 12 breaths is the average breathing rate. So most people find themselves somewhere in there, or in fact, I feel like a lot of people will find themselves in the 12 and above, which is a state of hyperventilation. So like I mentioned before, like when I first started my journey, I was in that I was in that range. I was 11 to 12 breaths per minute, total hyperventilation, which is probably part of the reason why I got lightheaded really easily and also regularly just sort of felt like I was like floating, like I was just not grounded and attached into my body or on the earth. So now, after practicing breath work, I breathe on average like an 8 to 10 breath per minute. So now I walk through life with way more awareness and a lot more grace for myself and others. And I absolutely completely attribute that to my breath work. So, no matter where you sit, no matter where you are, just celebrate it. There's no judgment about where you are right now in your breathwork process. And now that you know where you are, now you have so much more potential energy. You can see that there's so much more potential energy inside of you, just sitting there waiting for you to tap into it. So we're going to practice breathing slow. You can do this exercise with a ratio of 3-3 or of 5-5 or 4-6, which is probably a little bit easier than a 4-8. Again, this is all about finding where you are and meeting yourself where you are right now. The key is to breathe during these intention exercises very slowly, very relaxed, even when you feel like you need more air. So your desire for air shouldn't be stressful, but only slight. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And most importantly, activate your diaphragm and breathe through the nose the whole time. So we're going to breathe in and out through the nose the whole time. And you're going to be inhaling and inflating your belly, and then exhaling and deflating your belly. Okay, again, stimulating your vagus nerve. So please note that if this breathing exercise is too uncomfortable, you might need to adjust your ratio. Okay, and that's totally fine. Like if you're starting off at a 4-4 or a 5-5, which is what we're going to be doing, feel free to go down to a 3-3. Totally okay. Like you will work your way up, but it really is important that you start where you are. Okay, so now you're ready to go. So I will cue you guys to go ahead and take out your logs and let's begin. Breathe slow and come into your most comfortable posture, either seated on a chair or cross-legged on the floor. Allow a tall, straight spine and gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. In this practice, we slow your breathing down to 6 breaths per minute by inhaling for 5 and exhaling for 5. Place your hand at the height of your lower ribs and notice when you breathe in the expansion outward. And when you exhale, the withdrawal. On your next inhale, let's breathe together. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, out, in, out. Continue this rhythm, letting your body follow naturally. Stay with your breath. You're doing great. If your mind has wandered, amazing. Notice your thoughts and thank them. And gently return to the sensation of your breath. Can you soften the space between your eyebrows? Relax your jaw. Can you soften through your chest? Stay with your breath. Soften your breath. Smooth out your exhalation. Allow your shoulders to be still as you expand your belly. Breathe smooth and long. Stay with your breath. Feel heavy into your hips, dropping your shoulders down away from your ears. And on your next inhale, restore your breath to its natural rhythm. Begin to notice the rhythm of the world around you. Notice the pressure from the floor, the earth, and the kiss of air on your skin. Bring gentle movements to your hands and feet. And when you're ready, flutter open your eyes. And know that every ounce of beauty you witness on the outside is only ever reflecting back what exists within you. Take a moment right now and just notice. How does your body feel? How does your mind feel? What has shifted? This is your power. This is regulation. This is what it feels like to be in the driver's seat of your own nervous system. And you did this with your breath in less than 10 minutes. This is what's possible. Go ahead and log how you're feeling right now. Just 1 to 2 sentences. I really invite you to lean into this fourth tool in your toolbox whenever you feel the need to really come back into balance with yourself in your heart. Check in with yourself. Again, like I said, I like to do this driving or anytime that I'm checking with a decision that I've just settled upon. So I'm really excited for you all. This is such a powerful journey that you're on. Give yourself gratitude for showing up, taking the time to settle in with yourself a little bit more. And I will see you all tomorrow for our final day together, day 5. So just take a minute and breathe deep. You've got this.